Chamblee Ferguson is a well-known theater artist in the Metroplex, but he was also professor of drama at the University of Dallas. Ferguson takes on an iconic role of Prospero in the Dallas Theater Center's production of The Tempest. Cathy talked with him about playing one of Shakespeare's most vivid characters.
If in Naples I should report this now, would they believe me?
Scholars say that The Tempest, written in 1611, was William Shakespeare's final play. 400 years later, Dallas Theater Center shows that The Tempest still has the power to enthrall.
Worse than any death can be at once, shall step by step attend you and your ways.
It has all of the different kinds of Shakespeare plays in one. It has comedy, it has action and adventure, it has beautiful poetry, charming songs, and deep romance.
Kevin Moriarty selected this magical show to open the Theater Center's 2011-2012 season. Casting any show can be a tricky proposition, and none more so than the leading role in The Tempest.
Thy most blind slave, whom whips may move, not kindness. I have used thee, filth as thou art, with humane care.
The role of Prospero is considered to be one of the greatest and most difficult of all of the Shakespearean roles.
You know, they say that the great actors always in their career mark out to do Prospero at some time.
John Gielgud said it was his most favorite role he played in his whole career.
It's not a role that I ever envisioned myself doing ever, nor is it a role I ever really wanted to do.
At this hour lies in my power all mine enemies. Shortly shall all my labors come to an end.
A lot of our audiences here at the Theater Center know and love Chamblee's work, often in comedic roles.
And when they announced that they were going to be doing Tempest, for a number of different reasons, I thought, okay, I know where I will be. If I'm in that show, I know I'll be playing one of the clowns.
Like Bottom in Midsummer Night's Dream, where he was so gloriously, comically, goofily funny.
Which is great. I love that. That's kind of my bread and butter. That's what I think, if I have a gift, that's what I've got.
Kevin had other ideas.
Take my daughter, but look thou be true. Do not give dalliance too much the rein. The strongest oaths are straw to the fire in the blood.
And then Kevin called me up one day and said, I want you to do the role of Prospero. And I was, whoa, hold on, what's the reasoning?
It's new for Chamblee on our stage to be stepping in to a very powerful, strong, classical leading man role.
Kevin was right. Chamblee's performance captures all of the emotional depth and poetic grandeur the role demands.
My high charms work, and these mine enemies are all knit up in their distractions. They now are in my power.
I think not only a challenge for him as an artist, but a great joy for our audiences to be able to experience, having known and celebrated his work for so long.
Doing the surprising and unexpected is one of the ways Moriarty keeps his audiences excited about seeing classical theater.
When we pick up one of these 400-year-old plays, we start by asking, if this was written today and just handed us to walk out on stage with tonight, how would we make it speak immediately to our audience right now?
So Moriarty flips the script on audience expectations from casting to set design.
Instead of having the island be green and lush and filled with kind of tropical colors, what if instead it was drained of color? What if it had a certain coldness, a certain foreboding quality? And we've ended up with a very large, very poetic set that is all constructed out of roots of trees and carpeting, but which are held together by sharing a very limited color palette, white, and then painting all of that throughout the play with light, so that the world keeps shifting and changing, and some pretty major special effects that hopefully people don't see coming that then lift the evening every now and then.
Yeah, he has great creative vision, and he is a real idea man. He has incredible ideas.
Those creative ideas and Shakespeare's poetry are a potent combination. And the story of Prospero's journey from vengeance to forgiveness is simply timeless.
I am struck to the quick. Yet with my nobler reason, 'gainst my fury, do I take part? The rarer action is in virtue than in vengeance.
Even if I carry through with my revenge, which may include killing my own brother, killing the king, killing a bunch of people, then going back and becoming Duke of Milan and possibly the King of Naples, then I have to live with all of that stuff for the rest of my life. Forgiveness is a lot harder in the moment, but easier in the long run to live with. And that's a lesson for all of us, and I think that's another reason why this play speaks so well to us.
This is Cathy Whiteman reporting.
The Tempest continues through October 9th in the Wiley Theater in Dallas. Next up for the Dallas Theater Center is To Kill a Mockingbird, which runs October 21st through November 20th. For show times and tickets, visit dallastheatercenter.org.